When you are staying together with people you don't know, you're bound to see their, I don't know, or they are bound to see your, when you're drying your clothes at home, right? The neighbors or other people who stay in other rooms whom you don't know or you barely know, it's like, I don't want to see your undergarments, right? You don't want to see my undergarments, right? I don't want to see your leftover food. You don't want to see my leftover food. Alright guys, let's not waste your time. Today I want to show you a condo with 3 master bedrooms. 3. Three principal bedrooms. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, at least, because let's just think about it. When you want to buy your first home for investment or for own stay or own usage purposes, right? We will always think of, okay, let's try and buy something that we can afford, and then you have 1 bedroom, you and your partner, right? And then you have another 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, right? It's like, then you purchase that unit, and most of the time, that's our concept. And then we have a living room, and then we have a kitchen, right? Or if you are 3 brothers and sisters coming from another state to Klang Valley to look for a job, and then your parents will encourage you 3 to purchase a place. And yes, there will be 1 master room and 2 other smaller bedrooms, right? And then share rooms and all that. And then you share the kitchen, and then you share the toilet. then of course, that's when family frictions happen, because, hey, why you didn't flush the toilet? Hey, why you didn't wash your stuff? Hey, why you dirty this, dirty that? Yes, right? You finish off my stuff in the fridge, blah, blah, blah. So today what I want to show is this. Maybe it's just me, but I have never seen something like this. This is called Luna under Eco Ardens, and it is a 880 square feet condo with 1, 2, 3 master bedrooms. No wastage of space on places that all 3 of you don't gather together anyway. The living room, say for example, and the kitchen. If you think about it, right? Who here in 2025 would sit together with your whole family in the living room and watch TV? Or your 2 friends or your siblings? No. Even during lunch or dinner, all of you just sit and eat and watch your own content, right? So this is a realization of modern trends, and they have decided to throw away the old concept as we know it. All right, so you can see from here, immediately after the entrance, this is, I will call it first master room, second master room, third master room. All 3 are master rooms because you have your own toilet. Not just that, this is master room pro plus max, because you have your pantry, or you can call it a tri-key, okay, for investors and all that. But I see it not as a tri-key. I see it as, this is the modern interpretation of how small condos should be. Let me ask you, how much you need to spend to be able to get your hands into a property where you have 3 bedrooms with ensuite baths? How much you need to spend? Usually, they are condos that are 2,000 square feet, 1,800 square feet, right? To be able to have 3 bedrooms with ensuite baths. And it is when it is 1,800 square feet instead of 800 square feet. How much would the price be? Ridiculous prices, right? It will be very expensive. But this one, 880 square feet, the stuffs that you actually need, which is your and yours own personal space, is available, and it is of this size. I am now standing at the shower. That's the toilet, the sink. I'm now standing here of this unit. Right? These are all under 1 unit. It's this master room. You take it this way, okay? Which condo, tell me, have this size of principal bedroom? which 800 square feet condo has a master room that is of this size? And for me, I've always think that developers should have a basin and a sink in my bedroom, so I don't need to walk all the way to the kitchen, right? I can do my coffee, my stuffs here. This is a dream, to be able to come back to your own space. That's where you sleep, that's where you watch your stuff, you enjoy your entertainment, and then your clothes, your own cabinets, your little fridge, or you want a tall one, so you just swap the place. And then this is where you do your simple cooking, your Maggi mee and all that. You tap out your stuff from GrabFood, make your coffee and all that. And then you have your own toilet. You don't need to share the toilet with anybody else, right? And then this is where you stay. And then you can rent out the other two if you want to, right? Or you can stay here, you rent out the other two, right? And then your brothers and sisters. And look at this, same thing. Your own pantry, your own place to do your cooking, your tap out, your food and all that. You can even renovate it this way, sleep on top, and then you can have your cabinet down here. But this type of built-in is just for show lah, huh? It's gonna be very expensive to build something like that, all right? And then that's your own toilet. You don't need to share. And if you think about it, when you are staying together with people you don't know, you're bound to see their, I don't know, or they are bound to see when you're drying your clothes at home, right? The neighbors or other people who stay in other rooms whom you don't know or you barely know, it's like, I don't want to see your undergarments, right? You don't want to see my undergarments, right? I don't want to see your leftover food. You don't want to see my leftover food. And if I broke something, it's mine. I don't give you the trouble. So this is super nice, right? Your own toilet, your own space, your own, oh, this is a bit crazy, huh? To renovate this way is pretty interesting. You'll be able to have a full family here if you want to, right? So yeah, I think this Luna concept by Eco Ardens is brilliant. I've never seen a project like that, and I think this is super intelligent, all right? And of course, they have this, if you purchase from level 5 to level 29, everyone who buy from level 5 to 29, for the first year, Maple Homes will help you manage the whole thing. You just need to pay them a nominal fee for renovation, basic renovation, and then they help you to rent it out. You can also purchase and you stay in just one of it. They help you rent out the other two, and then you will receive income every month, because all units in level 5 to 29 all share a common revenue pool, and then it's divided to everybody. So you don't have to worry that nobody rent yours and then you don't get income, right? Immediately when you purchase, you can stay in one of it and rent out the other two. Let me ask you, let's say you don't buy something like this, you buy a normal condo, a very normal condo with trying to squeeze space, right? Because 880 square feet, living room, kitchen, blah, 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 and then one common powder toilet, and then two other subsequent rooms. And then you have a master room. Then you purchase the unit, you yourself stay in the master room. How much can you get from the rental of the other two rooms that doesn't come with toilet? Both of them have to share, right? How much rental can you get? Versus you buy something like this, you stay here, you have your own toilet, anyone who rent from you will have their own toilet as well. You get what I mean? When you just started, you need a place to stay, you need some form of investment, and you also want to rent it out to people. Will you buy a place like that and then you stay in the spare rooms, and then you rent out the master room and the other room to other people? You can't rent the living room out, you can't rent the kitchen out, right? That's all you can. So this is why I think this is such a brilliant concept. And I think this will be copied by a lot of developers. To be honest, in today's world, the living room where everybody sit around and watch TV is useless for people's first property. as a first property, this is perfect. This is perfect. Even for a family, it cultivates independence, I tell you. Right? My son would love it if he can stay in a room all by himself with his own toilet, his own pantry, he cook his Maggi noodle and all that, and my daughter and then the parents. It's brilliant. And then when this son moves out to, you know, some other college, you know, or the daughter also went out elsewhere, you can rent it out to people. You still stay here, no interruption, nothing. This concept is brilliant, and this is Luna Eco Ardens. Yeah, okay, so do come over to Eco Ardens to understand it further. Cheers.